Evolve Boulder is really a community laboratory that could potentially have global impact.
Thank you all.
I'm very excited because I feel that we are literally at the threshold of the next stage of evolution.
One of the primary questions I think we're inside of in this community laboratory is how to consistently create a resonant field or resonance so that ideas really come alive.
Now, what does that mean to be in a resonant field? That's actually the first question that we have groups grapple with, is how do you know you're in resonance? So that they begin to track inside themselves when things feel resonant here and when it feels resonant between two people and in the group.
It's clear that there's some pretty big issues and that the world that we face is extraordinarily complex and the problems are in every single nook and cranny of society. It's no longer a place in a world where individuals can save the world. It's really going to take co-creation with other people and synergy with other groups worldwide for us to really make the changes that we need to make in the time that we need to make them on the planet.
What you also see when you study the patterns of evolution, that before a new turn on the spiral was coming, inevitably there were crises that could not be resolved by doing more of the same, and the species either became extinct or innovated and transformed into higher order, more complex order. And every time that complex order was arising, there seemed to be a jump in consciousness, in interiority, in complexity, and in freedom. In other words, when you look at this, you begin to see that crises precedes transformation. Problems are evolutionary drivers. Nature creates radical newness, and how does it do it? By connecting separate parts.
In working with Barbara and working with the team, you could feel moments when the co-creative juice is just flowing, that ideas are coming through individuals and through the team, and something greater is getting created. And there's an excitement, not only just a mental excitement, but it's almost like there's a direct connection to something much deeper.
And out of that resonance, then when we get into deeper conversations, it has this foundation, this depth that supports the birth of new ideas and the birth of that genius.
Which is about helping to midwife a new world and cultivate a planetary co-creative culture that is an embodiment of our divine nature.
And so part of what we're doing as a hub is holding a container in which people can explore how to build and sustain resonance, and so that they could take their ideas and passions, bring them into the group, and through that group they could really come alive in the world. One of the primary functions of the hub is to funnel the passion and the desire to make a difference in the world into projects and teams that can work together in resonance and co-create solutions, really tapping into each person's genius, but also the genius of a whole. And when that happens, the room kind of pops, that people come together and they start sharing ideas and the co-creation starts to flow, and from there to funnel that energy into projects that can actually work.
If you did a planetary scan right now, you would see that things are working in every sector of the wheel, in every community, everywhere on Earth, and they're not yet connected. That's the exact moment we're in evolution. It's not that we don't have innovations and breakthroughs, we have thousands of them. But the systems that we're in are top-down and pyramidal, and none of those systems can connect that which is creative. They're stuck. And they're holding for the new to show up, and we're the new.
And then to create that resonance, not just in your own community, but resonance with other people who share that same vision, that same hope, those same gifts, but all spun a little differently. So that we're not recreating things in San Diego and Chicago and Boulder, but we're all sharing. Resonance is about creating much more together than we ever could alone.
People's individual passions really shine not only locally, but they shine globally.
We are at the stage of the greatest potential that you can imagine.